Welcome to the CWV podcast. We liberate lives with our vocal.
Hey, have you been wondering or curious of what is changing in the digital world? You're in the right spot for knowledge. I'm your host Sultan Ayodele, and this is CWV podcast. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. Let's have a look at what's changing. There are many things that are making impact to the world, but we will be looking few of them today. Social networking. Social networking refers to using internet-based social media sites to stay connected with friends, family, colleagues, or customers. Social networking can have a social purpose, a business purpose, or a both through sites like Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. It also a significant opportunity and advantage for marketers seeking to engage customers. Facebook, for example, remains the largest and most popular social media with 2 billion people using the platform daily. As of February 1st, 2023, the other popular platforms like that. How does social networking works? Social networking involves the development and maintenance of personal and business relationships using technology. These sites allow people and corporations to connect with one another so they can develop relationships and share information, ideas, and messages. For family and friends, Facebook is one of the most popular social media to get connected with friends and family. It involves sharing same interests, goals, and experiences with the help of photos and status updates. For marketers, social network help them more by increasing their brand recognition and encourage brand loyalty. It also helps promote a brand's voice and content. It can help a company more accessible and prominent to new and existing customers. Sharing blog posts, images, and videos or comments on social media allows followers to react and engage. Visit a company's website and become customers like mine. Content writer's voice. Although my brand is still under development and in need of customers and clients, but come for your graphic design and web content today. The major social networking platforms. See Facebook. Facebook is a social network that allows users to connect with people, businesses, and organizations. They can post updates and respond to the posts of others. They can share photographs and links to online content. Users can chat live and upload and share videos. Users can also communicate directly with each other via Facebook Messenger. They can join groups with similar interests and be notified of friends, activities, and page they elect to follow. However, while the platform encourages publicly available content, it also has privacy control that can restrict access to, for instance, friends. Facebook was created in 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg while he went to Harvard University. Today, it is owned by Meta Platform, of which Zuckerberg is CEO. Facebook is the world's largest social network with about 2 billion daily active users. See Instagram. Instagram is a social network that focuses on sharing visual media like photos and videos. It's similar to Facebook in that users create a profile and have a news feed. It allows them to upload media that can be edited with filters and organized by hashtags and geographical tagging. Posts can be shared publicly with or with followers. Users can browse other users' content, new trending content, and follow others. Additionally, they can add the content others upload to their personal feed. Over time, Instagram has added new features such as Instagram Stories, Instagram Reels, and access to shopping. Instagram has its own direct messaging features. In addition, Facebook Messenger has been incorporated by Instagram, so users can direct message Facebook contacts while on Instagram. Instagram was founded in 2010 by Kelvin Systrom and Mike Striger in 2012. It was acquired by Meta, formerly Facebook. Instagram boosted 6.18 billion visits per month. See X, formerly Twitter. X is a social network that allows people to communicate with short messages called tweets. The social platform limits tweets to 280 characters. Users publish posts, formerly tweets, that may be useful, interesting, or even inflammatory for readers. Posting or tweeting is sometimes referred to as microblogging. It's distinguished by users' ability to scan and distribute content quickly, conveniently, and efficiently. This may account for its popularity with those who want or need to get lots of messages out of the world, and those who want to follow these social or needy types or newsy types. X is used by professional and citizen journalists, politicians, celebrities, marketers, and more. It was founded as Twitter in 2006 by Jay Dorsey, Noel Glass, B. Stone, and Evan Wilson, and was bought by Elon Musk in October 2022. He changed the name to X in July 2023. It is now owned by X Corp, one of the Elon Musk holding companies. See Pinterest. Pinterest is a social networking site that promotes image saving and sharing using a virtual pinboard. It's an innovative platform that facilitates cataloging and organizing meaningful information for individuals. With Pinterest, account holders find images by browsing the web or Pinterest itself. They then pin or save those images to an online can be set up and organized on a topic. Once they have created and built their board to catalog ideas and interests, users can access them whenever they want. Clicking on the image reveals related information. Pinterest was created by Ben Soberman, Paul Syria, and Evan Sharp in 2009. Pinterest Inc. owns its CEO is Bill Ready. Pinterest reports approximately 450 million monthly active users globally for 2002. The benefit of social networks include their ability to help people connect and stay in touch with families and friends, and new contacts, and the opportunity they offer businesses to market their brand. The ability to spread useful, even vital information instantly to individuals and situations and institutions. They also help boost business productivity when used for public relations, marketing, and advertising purposes. Artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence technology allows computers and machines to simulate human intelligence and problem-solving tests. The idea characteristic of artificial intelligence is its ability to rationalize and take action to achieve a specific goal. AI research began in the 1950s and was used in the 1960s by the United States Department of Defense when it trained computers to mimic human reasoning. A subset of artificial intelligence is machine learning, ML, a concept that computer programs and automatically learn from and adapt to new data without human assistance. Simple key takeaways. Artificial intelligence AI is an evolving technology that tries to simulate human intelligence and problem-solving capacity or capabilities. Holograms are part of the structure of artificial intelligence, where simple holograms are used in simple applications, while more complex ones help frame strong artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence technology is apparent in computers that play chess, self-driving cars, and banking systems to detect fraudulent activity. How artificial intelligence works. Artificial intelligence commonly brought to mind the implementation of robots. As technology evolved, previous benchmarks that define artificial intelligence became outdated. Technologies that enable artificial intelligence include computer vision enables computers to identify objects and people in pictures and photos. Natural language processing NLP allows computers to understand human language. Graphically processing units are computer chips that helps computers from graphics and images through mathematical calculations. The Internet of Things is the network of physical devices, vehicles, and other objects embedded with sensors, software, and network connectivity that collect and share data. Application programming allows two or more computers programs or components to communicate with each other. Holograms often play a part in the structure of artificial intelligence, where simple holograms complex ones help frame strong artificial intelligence. Type of artificial intelligence. Number 1, narrow AI, also known as weak AI. This system is designed to carry out one particular job. Weak AI systems include video games like personal assistants like Amazon, Alexa, and Apple's Siri. Users ask the assistant a question and it answers it for you, just like ChatGPT. Number 2, general AI. This type include strong artificial intelligence systems that carry on the tasks considered to be human-like. They tend to be more complex and complicated, and can be found in the application like self-driving cars or hospitals, operating rooms. Number 3, super AI is a strictly theoretical type of AI and has not yet been realized. Super AI would think, reason, learn, and possess cognitive abilities that surpass those of human beings. Using artificial intelligence. The use of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be applied to many sectors and industries, including the healthcare industry, for suggesting during dosage, identifying treatments, and aiding in surgical procedures in the operating room. In 2022, AI entered the mainstream with applications of generative pre-training transformer. The most popular applications are OpenAI's DALL-E text-to-image and ChatGPT. According to its 2024 survey by Deloitte, 79% of respondents who are leaders in the AI industry expect generative AI to transform their organizations by 2027.2. What is reactive AI? Reactive AI is a type of narrow AI, which is the weak AI that uses algorithms to optimize output based on a set of inputs. Chess playing AIs, for example, are reactive systems that optimize the best strategy to win the game. Reactive AI tends to be fairly static, unable to learn or adapt to novel structures or situations. What are the concerns surrounding the use of AI? Many are concerned with how artificial intelligence may affect human employment, with many industries looking to automate certain jobs with intelligent machinery. There is a concern that employees would be pushed out of the workforce. Self-driving cars may remove the need for taxis and car sharing programs, while manufacturers may easily replace human labor with machines, making people's skill obsolete. How is AI used in healthcare? In healthcare setting, AI is used to assist in diagnostics. AI can identify small anomalies in scans to better triangulate diagnosis from a patient's symptoms and vitals. AI can classify patients, maintain and track medical records, and deal with healthcare insurance claims. The bottom line of it all: artificial intelligence AI is an evolving technology that tries to simulate human intelligence using machines. AI encompasses various subfields, including machine learning, ML, and deep learning, which allows systems to learn and adapt in novel ways from training data. It has vast applications across multiple industries such as healthcare, finance, and transportation. While AI offers significant advancement, it also raises ethical, privacy, and employment concerns. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the application of technologies, processes, and control to protect systems, networks, and programs, and data from cyber attacks. It aims to reduce the risk of cyber attack and protect against the unauthorized exploration of systems, network, and technologies. Why is cybersecurity important? The cost of cybersecurity breaches are rising. Organizations that suffer cybersecurity breaches may face significant fines. There are also non-financial costs to be considered, like reputational damage. Cybersecurity are increasingly sophisticated. That is cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are increasingly sophisticated. Cyber attacks continue to grow in sophistication, with attackers using an ever-expanding variety of tactics. These include social engineering, malware, and ransomware. Cybercrime is a big business. According to a study of McAfee and the CSIS, based on data collected by Vanson Bond, the world economy lost more than 1 billion each year due to cybercrime. Political, ethical, and social insensitive can also drive attackers. Types of cyber threats. Common cyber threats include malware such as ransomware, botnet software, rats, remote access, trojans, rootkits and bootkits, spyware, trojans, viruses and worms, backdoors, which also remote access, form jacking, which inserts malicious code into online forms, cryptojacking, which installs illicit cryptocurrency mining software, DDoS, distributed denial of service, attacks which flood server systems and networks with traffic to knock them offline. These are the cyber threats or cyber attacks software. They might look ridiculous by their names. DNS, domain name system, poisoning attacks which comprise the DNS to redirect traffic to malicious sites. What are the 5 types of cyber security? Critical infrastructure cybersecurity. Number 1. Critical infrastructure organizations are often more vulnerable to attack than others because SCADA, that is the supervisory control and data acquisition system, often rely on older software. Operators of essential services in the UK's energy, transport, health, water and digital infrastructure sectors, and digital service providers and bonds by the new regulations. Number 2, network security. Network security involves addressing vulnerabilities affecting your operating systems and network architecture, including servers and hosts, firewalls and wireless access points, and network protocols. Number 3, cloud security. Cloud security is concerned with securing data, applications, and infrastructure in the cloud. Number 4, the IOS. That is the Internet of Things. The IoT, Internet of Things security. The IoT security involves security smart device and networks connected to the IoT. IoT devices include things that connect to the internet without human intervention, such as smart fire alarms, lights, thermostats, and other appliances. Number 5, application security. The last types. Application security involves addressing vulnerabilities resulting from insecure development processes in designing, coding, and publishing software or a website, which may affect the security in the organization. Cybersecurity versus information security. Next phase. Cybersecurity is often confused with information security. Cybersecurity focuses on protecting computer systems from unauthorized access or being otherwise damaged or made inaccessible. Information security is a broader category that protects all information assets, whether in hard copy or in digital form. Legal requirement of cyber security. The GDPR and DPA 2018 require organizations to implement appropriate security measures to protect personal data. Otherwise, you risk substantial fines. Cybersecurity is a critical business issue for every organization. Challenges of cybersecurity. Mitigating the cybersecurity risk facing your organization can be challenging. This is essentially true if you have moved to remote working and have less control over employees. Behavior and device security. What are the consequences of a cybersecurity? Cyber attacks can cost organizations billions of pounds and cause severe damage. Impacted organizations stand to lose sensitive data and face fines and reputational damage. Managing cyber security. Effective cybersecurity management must come from the top of the organization. A robust cybersecurity culture, reinforced by regular training, will ensure that every employee recognizes cyber security as their responsibility. Good security and effective working practice must go hand in hand. How to approach cybersecurity. A risk-based approach to cybersecurity will ensure your efforts are focused where they are most needed. Using regular cybersecurity risk assessments to identify and evaluate your risk is the most effective and cost-efficient way of protecting your organization. Cybersecurity checklists. Boost your cyber defenses with these most loved security measures. Number 1, user education. Human error is the leading cause of data breaches. Therefore, you must equip staff with the knowledge to deal with the threats they face. Staff awareness training will show employees how security threats affect them and help them apply best practice advice to real-world situations. Number 2, application security. Web application vulnerability are a common point of intrusion for cyber criminals. As applications play an increasingly critical role in businesses, it's also vital to focus on web application security. Number 3, network security. Network security is the process of protecting the usability and integrity of your network and data. This is achieved by conducting a network penetration test, which assesses your network for vulnerabilities and security issues. Number 5, leadership commitment. Leadership commitment is a key to cyber resilience. Without it, it is tough to establish or enforce effective processes. Top management must be prepared to invest in appropriate cybersecurity resources, such as awareness training. Number 5, the last one, password management. Almost half of the UK population uses password 123456 or QWERTY as their password. You should implement a password management policy to guide staff to create strong passwords and keep them secure. Cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is decentralized digital money that's based on blockchain technology. You may be familiar with the most popular versions, Bitcoin and Ethereum, but there are more than 9,000 different cryptocurrencies in the circulation. How does cryptocurrency work? A cryptocurrency is a digital, encrypted, and decentralized medium of exchange, unlike the US dollars or the euro. There is no central authority that manages and maintains the values of a cryptocurrency. Instead, these tags are broadly distributed among a cryptocurrency's users via the internet. You can use to buy regular goods and services. Although most people invest in cryptocurrencies as they would in other assets like stocks or precious metals, while cryptocurrencies is a novel and exciting asset class. Purchasing it can be risky, as you must take on a fair amount of research to understand how each system works fully. Few Coinbase's websites are Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Blockadot, Texoc, Cosmos, Coinbase, Skated, Wrapped, and Ethereum. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency first outlined in principles by Satoshi Nakamoto. I think his name is like a Chinese name, although like that. In a 2008 paper, Bitcoin a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Nakamura described the project as an electronic payment system based on cryptographic proof instead of trust. That cryptographic proof comes in the form of transactions that are verified and recorded on a blockchain. What is a blockchain? A blockchain is an open distributed ledger that records transactions in code. In practice, it's a little like a checkbook that's distributed across countless computers around the world. Transactions are recorded in blocks. They are then linked together in a chain. Example, imagine a book where you write down everything you spend money on each day. Exchange codex. Each page is similar to a block, and the entire book, a group of pages, is a blockchain. To prevent fraud, each transaction is checked using a validator technique such as proof to work or proof to stake. Proof of work versus proof of stake are the two most widely used census mechanisms to verify transactions before adding them to a blockchain. Verifiers are then rewarded with cryptocurrency for their effort. Proof of work. Proof of work is a method of verifying transactions on a blockchain in which an algorithm provides a mathematical problem that computers race to solve. Coin says to solve. Simon Oxman, social manager at xcoin.com. Each participating computer, often referred to a miner, solves a mathematical puzzle that helps verify a group of transactions, referred to as block, then adds them to the blockchain ledger. The first computer to do so successfully is rewarded with a small amount of cryptocurrency for its efforts. Bitcoin, for example, rewards a miner 6.25 BTC, which is roughly $200,000, for validating a new block. The race to solve blockchain puzzles can require intense computer power and electricity. That means that miner might barely break even with the crypto they receive for validating transactions after considering the cost of power and putting resources together. Proof of stake. Some cryptocurrencies use a proof of stake validation method to reduce the amount of power necessary to check transactions with proof of stake. The number of transactions each person can verify is limited by the amount of cryptocurrency they are willing to stake or temporarily lock up in a communal safe for the chance to participate in the process. It's almost like bank collateral, says Okoro. Each person who stakes crypto is eligible to verify transactions, but the odds you'll be choosing typically increase with the amount you first, because Proof of stake removes energy intense equations solving. It's much more efficient than proof of work, allowing for faster verification. Times for transactions, says Anton Alterment, CEO of Awesome Friends. The role of census in crypto, both proof of stake and proof of work, rely on census mechanisms to verify transactions. This means while each uses individual users to verify transactions, each verified transaction must be checked and approved by the majority of ledger holders. How can you mine cryptocurrency? We're heading to how we can mine cryptocurrency. Mining is how new units of cryptocurrencies are released into the world, generally in exchange for validating transactions. While it is theoretically possible for the average person to mine cryptocurrency, it is increasingly difficult in proof of work systems like Bitcoin. As the Bitcoin network grows, it gets more complicated and more processing power is required, saying Spencer Montigo-Manning, founder of Unto Crypto Consulting. The average consumer used to be able to do this, but now it is just too expensive. There are too many people who have optimized their technology to outcompete proof of work. Cryptocurrencies also requires huge amount of energy to mine. For example, Bitcoin mining currently consumes electricity at an annualized rate of 127 terawatt hours, which exceeds Norway's entire annual electricity consumption. While it is impractical for the average persons to earn crypto by mining in a proof of work system, the proof of stake model requires less high power computing, as validators are choosing randomly based on the amount they stake. It does, however, require that you already own a cryptocurrency to participate. If you have no crypto, you have nothing to stake. How can you gain cryptocurrency, or how can you earn cryptocurrency? While there are a number of goods and services that you can buy with crypto, particularly with Litecoin, Bitcoin, or Ethereum, you may also use crypto as an alternative investment option outside of stocks and bonds. The best known crypto, Bitcoin, is a secure, decentralized currency that has become a stone of value like gold, says David Ziller, a cryptocurrency expert. Financial news site Money. Some people even refer to it as digital gold. How to use cryptocurrency for secure purchase? Using crypto to make purchases securely depends on what you're trying to buy. If usually trying to make a payment in cryptocurrency, you must nearly need a cryptocurrency wallet. One type of wallet is a node wallet, a software program that interacts with the blockchain and allows users to send and receive their stored cryptocurrency. Remember that transactions are not instantaneous, as they must be validated by some form of mechanisms. Best crypto exchanges. Crypto Cryptocurrencies can be purchased through crypto exchange such as Coinbase. They offer the ability to trade some of the most popular cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum's Dogecoin. Still, they may also have limitations. You will have to check to see if your exchange supports the right crypto paying. You need to make a payment purchase. For example, you can use your stash of USD coin, a crypto stable coin, to buy Ethereum on Coinbase exchange. It was once fairly difficult, but now it is relatively easy ever for crypto novice. Zela says, an exchange like Coinbase caters to non-technical folks. It's very easy to set up an account there and link it to a bank account. Keep an eye out for fees, though, as some of these exchanges charge prohibitively high cost on small crypto purchases. It's best to keep in mind that buying individual cryptocurrencies are similar to buying individual stocks. In essence, they are risk assets. Should you invest in cryptocurrencies? Experts hold mixed opinions about investing on cryptocurrencies because crypto is a highly speculative investment with the potential for intense price swinging. Some financial advisors don't recommend people invest at all. Pros and cons of cryptocurrencies. Peter Pallion, a certified financial planner in East North, New York, thinks it's safer to stick a currency backed by a government like the US dollar as for how much to invest. Harvey talks to invest for about what percentage of their amount they are willing to lose if the investment goes south. It could be 1% to 5%. It would be 10%, he says. It depends on how much they have now and what's really at less perspective. Virtual reality. The definition of virtual reality comes naturally from the definition of both virtual and reality. The definition of virtual is near and reality is what we experience as human beings. So the term virtual reality basically means near reality. This could, of course, mean anything, but it usually refers to a specific type of reality emulation. We know that the world through our senses and perception systems. In school, we all learned that we have 5 senses: taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. These are, however, only our most obvious sense organs. The truth is that humans have many more senses than this, such as a sense of balance, for example. This other sensory input, plus some special processing of sensory information by our brains, ensures that we have a rich flow of information from the environment of our minds. Everything that we know about our reality comes by way of our senses. In other words, Our entire experience of reality is simple. A combination of entire experience of reality is simple. A combination of sensory information and our brain's sense-making machine. For that information, it stands to reason then that if you can present your senses with make-up information, your perception of reality would also change in response to it. You would be presented with versions of reality that isn't really there, but from your perspective it would be perceived as real, something we would refer to as a virtual reality. The bringing together of a perspective that constantly formulates not to be real, and in the view of it, it is real. So, in summary, virtual reality entails presenting our senses with a computer-generated virtual environment that we can explore in some fashion. In technical terms, answering what is virtual reality in technical terms is straightforward. Virtual reality is the term used to describe a three-dimensional computer-generated environment which can be explored and interacted with by a person. That person becomes part of this virtual world or is immersed within this environment and wishlist there. Is about to manipulate objects or perform a series of actions. How is virtual reality achieved? Although we talked about a few historical early forms of virtual reality elsewhere on the site, today virtual reality is usually implemented using computer technology. There are a range of systems that are used for this purpose, such as headsets, omnidirectional treadmills, and special gloves. These are used to actually stimulate our senses together in order to create the illusion of reality. It is more difficult than it sounds, since our senses and brains are evolved to provide us with a fairly synchronized and meditated experience. If anything is even a little off, we can usually tell. This is where you will hear terms such as immersiveness and realism enter the conversion. This issue can divide convincing or enjoyable virtual reality experience from jarring or unpleasant ones, are partly technical and partly conceptual. Virtual reality technology needs to take our psychology into account. For example, the human virtual field does not look like a video frame. We have more or less so degree of vision, and although you are not always consciously aware of your peripheral vision, if it were gone, you would notice. Similarly, when what your eyes and the vestibular system in your ears tell you are in conflict, it can cause motion sickness, which is what happens to some people on boats or when they read while in a car. If an implementation of virtual reality managed to get the combination of hardware, software, and sensory synchronicity just right, it achieves something known as a sense of presence, where the subject really feels like they are present in that environment. Why have virtual reality? This may seem like a lot of effort, and it is. What makes the value is clear. Immersive films and video games are good examples. The entertainment industry is, after all, a multiple billions dollar one, and consumers are always keen or nervous. Virtual reality has many other more serious applications as well. Features of virtual reality systems. There are many different types of virtual reality systems, but they all share the same characteristics, such as the ability to allow the person to view three-dimensional images. These images appear live sight to the person, plus they change as the person moves around their environment, which corresponds with the change in their field of vision. The aim is for a seamless joint between the person's head and eyes movement and the appropriate response, e.g., change in perception. This ensures that the virtual environment is both realistic and enjoyable. The aim is for a natural, free-flowing form of interaction which will result in a memorable experience. Finally, to the summary. Virtual reality is the creation of virtual environment presented to our senses in such a way that we experience it as if we were really there. It uses a host of technologies to achieve this goal, and it is a technical, complex feat that has to account for our perception and cognition. It has both environment and serious use. The technology is becoming cheaper and more widespread. We can expect to see many innovative use for this technology in the future, and perhaps a fundamental way in which we communicate and work, thanks to the possibilities of virtual reality. And we come to the end of the podcast show. Thank you for listening, and thank you for joining us on this fantastic episode of What is Changing in the Digi-World on the CWV podcast. Catch us again as we delve in more captivating show like this. Thank you, goodbye, and have a very great day.
Do you like this episode? Don't forget to subscribe to the CWV podcast to stay updated on our latest episode, and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X to read our posts and updates. Content Writer's Voice is a rising online platform, your source for your writing needs. From captivating designs to engaging blog posts and web copy, our professional writing services make a difference. Contact us today and let your words speak volume. Thank you for listening.